Welcome to lesson 61, Math Marvels. We're going to write equivalent expressions. While I work through these problems, these are the things I want you to look out for so you can practice as you demonstrate mastery. First one, watch how I accurately determine if the expressions are equivalent or non-equivalent. What is my thinking and how do I prove it? How do I justify that? Secondly, watch how I apply my principles and of the properties, meaning commutative and distributive property, and how I simplify those expressions. That's going to be key to this one. And then finally, how I use substitution to verify whether or not my expressions are equivalent to one another. Here's our first problem. Determine whether these expressions are equivalent or not equivalent. Use mathematics to demonstrate your reasoning. So remember, the math I'm using for this are my properties, and I'm going to simplify. And if I can simplify both expressions and they have the same amount of like terms, the same exact like terms, then I know they're equivalent. So I'm going to start with the one on the left, and I have to use my distributive property. So remember what that looks like. I'm multiplying like a rainbow. So 6 plus 3x. I can't simplify it anymore. Those are my two terms. Let's go to the right. 2 plus 2 plus 2. I'm just going to simplify what's in parentheses first. 6 plus 3x. So when I look at these, yes, they both have two terms. They both have a 6 and they both have a 3x. So these are equivalent, and that's what I'm going to put into my response answer. So let's write that in. And we'll give a reasoning, a because statement to show that we really understand. The two expressions (3, 2 plus x) and 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus x plus x plus x are equivalent. They both simplify to 6 plus 3x. So hit pause and jot this down into your notes. All right, for our second problem, we have a multiple choice, and it says mark all that apply, which means I may have more than one correct answer. Which expressions are equivalent to 2 parentheses a plus 3b? This is absolutely an EE problem since I have equivalent expressions. And my key important information, I have our term 2a plus 2 parentheses a plus 3b, and I'm looking for anything that's equivalent. So here's my strategy for today. One, I'm going to use my properties, my distributive property, and simplify the expression. That's going to be my first one. I'm going to look to see which ones simplify to the same terms. So I'm going to look for that one. The other thing I'm going to do is a second check. Just like if you're on social media, a lot of things have like two-step verification. Like they have a second step for security. Here's my two-step verification in this problem. I'm going to use substitution as my second verification, where my a is going to be equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. And that way, if I already suspect that they are not equivalent, I can do a second check. All right, so here's my original expression, 2 parentheses a plus 3b, and I'm going to distribute, and I have 2a plus 6b. Okay, so I already see one expression that matches it perfectly, 2a plus 6b. The second one is not in simplest form, a plus parentheses a plus 6b, so let's simplify that one. A plus 6b, that would just be a plus 6b, which is 2a plus 6b, also equivalent. And then we have our last two. So 2b plus 3a is not the same as 2a plus 6b. They're not the same. I have a 2 and I have a 2 here, but they're with different terms. These are not the same at all. So let's try our second verification. Let's do a substitution. I know this one doesn't seem to match, and neither is this one. They're not the same as 2a plus 6b. All right, so here's my 2a plus 6b, and I'm going to sub in when 2 equals 2 and 6 equals 1. I get 4 plus 6, which equals 10. Let's try it with the first one we have, 2b plus 3a. So when b equals 1 and a equals 2, that means I have 2 plus 6, which equals 10. So no, those are not equivalent. So I'm going to cross and eliminate that one. So you can see my two-step verification. One, they didn't have the same common terms when I simplified them. And two, when I substitute a value, they weren't equal either. Let's look at the next one, a plus 3b. When a equals 2 and b equals 1. So 2 plus 3, that equals 5. Again, no, doesn't equal 10, which was what we were looking for, 2a plus 6b. So I can eliminate that one as well. So there we go. I was able to do some elimination work, both by checking the like terms and they were not the same. And then I second verified it using substitution. Hit pause and you can jot this one down into your notes. And we will get ready to do some practice.